It's a story getting a lot of traction on social media tonight. Several workers let go from a beloved Fells Point restaurant after staging a protest, and at least one former employee says they feel misled by their employer. Welcome into the News at 7, everyone. I'm Rick Ritter. More than a half a dozen workers at Bunny's Buckets and Bubbles were fired after they say they were protesting working conditions there over the weekend. Several organized a protest after they say another worker was abruptly fired for refusing to take off a Palestinian pin. WJZ Live at 7 o'clock tonight. Tara Lynch on your corner in Fells Point. All right, Tara, the restaurant says it only fired workers who stepped off the job, and you actually spoke to one of those fired workers. What did they have to say?
Rick, the employee that I spoke with says she didn't walk off the job. She was in fact off the clock when she joined that protest, but was still let go of her job yesterday. Bunny's Bubbles and Buckets took to social media trying to clear up this entire incident, saying a customer felt unsafe after an employee wore a Palestinian pin, going against restaurant policy. But that former employee that I spoke with this afternoon said the restaurant's dress code was only established this weekend after this incident occurred. Bunny's Bubbles and Buckets says a customer, of course, complained when that employee wore the pro-Palestinian pin. When approached by managers, the restaurant says the staff member took the pin off and kept working there. Bunny's then says another employee began wearing a similar pin, refused to take it off when management asked, and then quit. An employee I spoke with says this person was given an ultimatum, remove the pin or quit, which prompted employees to organize a protest. The restaurant says some employees walked off the job to protest while others were off the clock. An employee I spoke with says she was off the clock and wasn't wearing restaurant attire when she protested. She says the restaurant never had a dress code policy before Saturday and felt confused by the lack of communication about the incident.
Frankly, I just feel very lied to because Chef Jesse always tried to create a space where all of us felt safe to be ourselves and express ourselves, and that it was okay to just be who you wanted to be because it was Bunny's and everybody was welcome. And then in a matter of days, that all just kind of crumbled and fell apart, and just the complete lack of communication was incredibly hurtful.
Sydney also told me that about a half a dozen employees were let go from their positions, including herself. Some of those employees walked off the job to protest, while she says other employees who literally left and just protested right outside still work there. So she says she's very confused. Bunny says workplace expectations require that employees avoid wearing political, religious, or items with divisive messages while at work. It's worth noting that Bunny's is closed tonight, but would normally be open here on a Tuesday evening. For now, reporting live on your corner in Fells Point, Tara Lynch, WJZ.
All right, hopefully there's a resolution soon. Tara, thank you. Let's get